whipping up some of their favourite takeaway dishes. The Hairy Bikers are here in 45 minutes on BBC One Wales after perfection.
Welcome to the quiz show that demands nothing less than perfection. Behind the screen of 4 contestants will be hoping their knowledge is flawless, because one single mistake could give the game away. This is perfection. Hello and welcome to the quiz show where only perfect play is good enough. Behind me are the contestants. We call them the usual suspects. They're in our isolation room. In a moment, one of them will be randomly selected to join me here to play perfection. They'll then face a series of true or false statements. For example, if I said the aria Nessun Dorma was written by Puccini, would you say that's true or false? Well, if you'd said true, I can tell you you'd be right. Answering true or false might seem easy, but if the contestant gets a single answer wrong, their opponents, the usual suspects, will be allowed into the game to capitalise on their mistakes. So, you know how the game works. Let's meet the usual suspects.
I'm Ian, a market researcher, and I'm from Bridgend, and this is my first game.
I'm Anthony, I'm a civil servant from Southport, and this is my third game.
Hello, I'm Barbara. I'm a retired teacher from Purton near Swindon, and this is my 4th game.
Hiya, I'm Mel. I'm a staff nurse from Nottingham, and this is my 5th game.
Best of luck as we now find out which one of you will be randomly picked to play perfection. Barbara, it's you that's been chosen. Please come and play perfection. Barbara, welcome to the game.
Thank you.
School teacher?
I was deputy head of a large primary
Deputy
school.
head?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's quite stressful, isn't it?
Very stressful, yeah.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. So, talking of stress, which one of them up there looks stressed and which one looks calm?
I think Mel's got a pretty good handle on the game because of how long she's been there. Anthony's a very clever man, and Ian's a bit of an unknown quantity, so we'll see.
Good. Barbara, it's now you versus the usual suspects.
Yes.
They were your teammates, they're now your enemies. It's their job to stop you winning the prize fund, because your failure will mean the prize money rolls over to the next game, where one of them could be sitting here playing for a bigger total.
Right.
Much nicer to take the cash away, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, every game on perfection is worth £1,000. Here's the good news, nobody's won the last 5 games, so the prize fund currently stands at £6,000. So you leave here on your way back to Swindon with £6,000. What's it going to be spent on?
Well, I want to start a small business. I have Siamese cats, which I show, so I'm very into cats. And I want to be able to take their pedigrees and put photographs of the actual cats in on the pedigree and produce something nice to hang on the wall.
Well, look, good luck with it. And if that's the way you're going to put the money, good luck to you. OK, here's how the game works. You'll play 3 rounds and then a final against this lot. Every round that you achieve perfection will make the final easier for you. However, if your performance is anything less than perfect, the usual suspects then have the chance to step in and steal the round, making the final that much harder. More of that to follow later. Usual suspects, we're going to switch you off for now, so you can't see or hear anything. And away they go. Barbara, you can now talk through your answers without giving away any vital knowledge, OK?
Yes, thanks.
Each round consists of 4 true or false statements you'll be answering against the clock. You'll only have 45 seconds, and once you've given your answers, your first answer will be locked in. Yes?
Yes.
Ready?
Ready.
Then let's play perfection. Your 45 seconds starts now. Peter Gabriel is a former member of Pink Floyd.
Oh, good grief, that's my generation, but false.
False. A flitch is a salted and cured side of pork.
I think that's true.
True. Agatha Christie worked as a code breaker in World War II.
No, I've never heard that. False.
False. And finally, the Klondike Gold Rush took place in California.
False.
False. With loads of time to spare, you've answered all 4 statements. And you look fairly happy with that.
Not really, because there's a lot of guess
Is it really?
work going on there, but the only one I'm fairly sure about is the Klondike, because
All
I
right.
don't think it's in California.
Where do you think it was?
Alaska.
Well, before we reveal exactly how well you've done, it's time to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Barbara's answers. Ian, how's she done?
There's a couple of them I'm not quite sure of.
Which ones?
I think the first one
Yeah.
and the Agatha Christie one, C.
All right. The moment of truth, Barbara. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Congratulations, Barbara. You've achieved perfection, and that's the way to play the game. Let's just whiz through those answers, shall we? If the statement turns green, it's true, and if it's false, it will turn red. Peter Gabriel was a former member of Pink Floyd. We now know that to be false. It was, of course, Genesis that he was a member of originally. A flitch is a salted and cured side of pork. We now know that to be true. Agatha Christie worked as a code breaker in World War II. We know that to be false. She worked in a dispensary at University College Hospital, London. And the Klondike Gold Rush took place in California. That's false. We know that that's not the case. It actually happened... Where did you think it was?
Alaska.
It was actually northwest Canada.
Oh, well, it was close.
Pretty much, it's just... well, what's a border between
What's a
friends?
border?
Barbara, as a result of that perfect performance, you've made winning the prize fund a lot easier. And here's how. Let's take a look at your final board. These 6 blank spaces need to be filled with subject categories. Behind each category will be a true or false statement. And you'll need to answer all 6 to win the prize fund. Here are your final round categories, ranging from Oscar winners through prog rock and all the way through to the Queen and several in between. Because you won the round, you've earned the right to choose 2 categories to add to that board. If the usual suspects had won the round, they'd be adding 2 categories of their choice, trying to make life harder for you in the final. So, which 2 do you fancy?
I'll go for soap operas.
Soap operas.
And poetry.
And poetry goes across. Wonderful. Usual suspects. We'll see you in the next round. See you later. And away they go. Barbara, now the usual suspects are gone, what do you want to avoid on that list?
Prog rock. I don't even know what that is.
Probably best to avoid it then.
Yeah.
What would you like to get across?
I would go for inventors and phobias.
OK. You've made a great start to the game. If you're ready, we'll press on and see if you can do just as well in round 2, yes? Yes. OK, let's play round 2. Your 45 seconds starts now. The metric system originated in France.
True.
True. Sylvester Stallone appeared in a Woody Allen film.
False.
False. Brunei is located on the island of Borneo.
False.
False. And finally, Mark Lawrenson played football for Ireland.
No idea. I will say false.
False. And again, with plenty of time to spare, you've answered all 4 statements, although I have to say you didn't look quite so comfortable that time
No,
round.
don't like any of those, really.
OK, well, before we reveal how well you've done, it's time to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Barbara's answers. Anthony, has she achieved perfection?
No, don't think she has. You've got one wrong.
Which one?
Mark Lawrenson, he did play football for Ireland. He was born in Preston, but he played football for Ireland.
All right. Barbara, in the moment of truth, you need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many you got correct.
Oh, dear.
Oh, not so good. You failed to achieve perfection. You failed by a long way on this occasion,
what if
and
you're
you've
gonna
let
fail?
your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Barbara's answers. You need to change 3 of them. Which 3?
D definitely means changing to true.
Yeah, D from false to true, please, Nick.
D changes from false to true. 2 more to change.
I think the metric system could have been in France. It sounds like a French word, doesn't it?
It does. It does, yeah. It's a Latin type, you know,
Shall we,
Latino type of...
Shall we change B and C then?
Yeah.
B and C, change to true, please, both of them.
B changes from false to true. C changes from false to true, leaving A as answered by Barbara. Usual suspects, let's find out what the correct answers are. The metric system originated in France, true or false? It is true. Adopted there in the late 18th century. Sylvester Stallone appeared in a Woody Allen film. Is that true or false? It is true. In the film Bananas, he played Subway Thug number 1. Yeah. Brunei is located on the island of Borneo. True or false? It is true. And finally, Mark Lawrenson played football for Ireland. You know where this is going now. Yep, it's absolutely true. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Mark Lawrenson won 39 caps for Ireland. Well, Barbara, Usual Suspects have stepped in and succeeded where you failed, and they've stolen the round. Usual Suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Barbara's chances of winning the prize fund much harder. £6,000. You can make it harder to win. Look at the final board here. First two subject categories chosen by Barbara, but because you, Usual Suspects, won the round, you've earned the right to choose the next two categories to add to the board. So, which two do you think are going to trip Barbara up in the final?
Prog rock.
Prog
We all
rock.
think prog rock's a bit of a one, so we'll go for that.
Prog rock goes across.
Phobias. All these odd Latin names.
Yeah, shall we go for
Okay,
that?
we'll go for
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
Phobias as well, please, Nick.
Thank you very much. Phobias goes across and becomes the fourth of six. Congratulations, Usual Suspects. You've won the second round. Time to switch you off, and we'll see you in round three. And away they go. I think you're about to find out what prog rock is.
Yeah, I thought that.
Well, you still have one more chance to find perfection and choose your own final categories.
See how we
Ready to
do.
play the next round?
Yes.
Good. Let's play round three. Your 45 seconds starts now. Richard Curtis wrote The Full Monty.
Crikey. True.
True. Clean and jerk is a technique in boxing.
False.
False. Champagne can be made from Chardonnay grapes.
True.
True. And finally, the month of August is named after a Roman emperor.
Augustus. True.
True, thank you very much. And again, with plenty of time to spare, you've answered all four. More confident at the end of the round than the beginning.
Yes, definitely. I like champagne, so we'll hope we've got it right. I like Chardonnay as well.
OK. Well, before we reveal exactly how well you've done, it's time to bring back the Usual Suspects. Usual Suspects, these were the four statements, and next to them are Barbara's answers. Mel, what do you make of her answers?
Pretty good, really, yeah. I'm not sure about A, so it could be true, it could be false for all I know.
All right. Barbara, in the moment of truth, you need to have answered all four statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are right. Three out of four is close, but close isn't good enough on this game. You need to achieve absolute perfection to win the round, and you failed to do that. You've now let your enemies, the Usual Suspects, into the game. Usual Suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Barbara's answers. You need to change one of them. Which one?
A.
He definitely.
Yeah, I think he wishes he wrote it, but I don't think he did.
Yeah. All right, I'll go with the boys for once. A from true to false, please.
A from true to false, leaving B, C and D as answered by Barbara. Usual Suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. This is the key one, really, right at the top, isn't it? Richard Curtis wrote The Full Monty. Is this true or false? It's false. Written by Simon Beaufoy. So, you know where this is going now, Usual Suspects, don't you? Clean and jerk is a technique in boxing. True or false? It's false. It's actually weightlifting. Champagne can be made from Chardonnay grapes. True or false? True, almost always made from Chardonnay grapes, although you can actually make it from a Pinot Noir grape as well. The month of August is named after a Roman emperor. True or false? It is, of course, true. Congratulations, Usual Suspects. You have achieved perfection. As you said, named after Augustus Caesar. You said that, Barbara, didn't you? And the Usual Suspects have succeeded where you failed and stolen the round. Usual Suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Barbara's chances of winning that prize fund much harder. Let's see the final board. Four subjects on there. Because you won the round, you earn the right to choose the last two categories. So what's it going to be, Usual Suspects? What do you think is going to trip her up in the final?
I think after that last round, British film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, British film, please, Nick.
British film goes across. And the final category.
I think phone line's a bit weird, so we'll go for that. Thank you.
Phone lines becomes the sixth one. Lovely. We now know our six final categories. They are soap operas, poetry, prog rock, phobias, British film, and phone lines. OK, guys, time to switch you off for the final time. See you later. And away they go. What do you think of those last two?
I might be all right with British films. It just depends. Phone lines, I've no idea what it's likely to be, so, you know, we'll see.
OK, well, Barbara, it is for £6,000, and it is time to play the final. Barbara, this is the all-important final. If you achieve perfection, you could be leaving with a prize fund of £6,000. And that's good, isn't it?
It is very good.
If you fail, you'll be leaving with nothing. Not so good. that would be great news for the usual suspects because one of them could be playing for a rollover here of £7,000 on the next game. If you're ready...
I'm ready.
Let's play the final round. Barbara, here are your 6 final categories. You must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win the £6,000. Think carefully. No time limit.
Thank you.
Once you've given an answer, your first answer, it'll be locked in.
Right.
If you're ready to go, we'll
Yes.
reveal your first statement. Please tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. Soap operas. John Altman played Pete Beale in EastEnders.
Oh, I know what Peter Beale looks like. Pete Beale. Is it Pete? I think I'm going to say false.
False. Poetry. Home Thoughts from Abroad is by Rudyard Kipling.
True.
True. Prog rock. Rick Wakeman was a member of the band Yes.
Is it progressive rock, I wonder, prog rock? Rick Wakeman. Well, if he's a member of the band Yes, I think I've got to say no. False.
False. Phobias. Doraphobia is the fear of fur.
I've heard of the fear of fur, but whether it would be doraphobia. What would Dora come from? I'll say it's true.
True. British film. Benny Hill appeared in the film Alfie.
I can't imagine in what context, unless he was on TV at the time in it. I've seen the film Alfie, but I don't remember Benny Hill, so I'll say false.
False. And finally, phone lines. Cheryl Cole has been the voice of the speaking clock.
I'll say false.
False. Thank you, Barbara. Those answers are now locked in. Remember, if there's one single mistake, you'll leave with nothing.
Yeah.
Which ones are you unsure of?
I'm not sure who played, whether there was a Pete Beale, a brother of Ian, earlier on when I wasn't watching, and so whether that's a possible, I don't know.
OK, well, let's bring back the usual suspects and see what they've got to say. Usual suspects, you can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Barbara's answers. Barbara, your answers are locked in and you can't change them by yourself. If you think you've made a mistake, you can unlock the board with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. Usual suspects, I'm now going to ask you to tell me how well you think Barbara has done, if you want to help, and if you do, how much it will cost. Remember, all of you, you can't refer to any of the statements specifically. Barbara, who would you like to hear from first?
Mel, please.
Mel.
I can't help you, I'm sorry, because I'm just not sure on too many of them. I'm sorry, but I wish you well anyway.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. Anthony?
Hi, Barbara. I can categorically tell you I'm absolutely 100% certain you've got one of them wrong. With it being potentially £7,000 to play for next time, I'm going to sit here and hope to play for that. But I'm sorry,
Right.
Barbara.
OK. What about Ian?
There's a couple I just haven't got a clue on, to be honest. And I wouldn't be of any help to you at all, I'm afraid.
Well, you've got £6,000 to
I
play with
have,
here. You
haven't
can
I?
actually make an offer. Are you married, Barbara?
Yes.
And did you get any helpful advice when you came to the show from your other half?
No, we just said don't come back unless I take some money with me.
Is that what?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I say, you've got £6,000 to play with.
Yeah.
So,
Anthony might have one, but I'm a bit uncertain of. So I couldn't persuade you with £3,000?
No, I'm going to...
How about 4,000?
No, bearing in mind that I know it's going to be 7,000 next time, I'm going to sit tight. I'm sorry, Barbara.
Would you come down for anything at all?
I'm saying no.
it would seem that negotiations are completed. None of our usual suspects are willing to come down and help.
Right.
So you are on your own.
Yeah.
£6,000 at stake, 6 answers away, and no home if you don't come back with some cash, apparently.
Yes. Not the street corner.
Let's find out whether you've achieved perfection. Remember, if the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. Right, let's start at the top. Seems a sensible place to start. John Altman played Pete Beale in EastEnders. You said false. We need this to turn red for you to get off to a good start. Is it true or false? It is false. John Altman actually played Nick Cotton. It wasn't actually associated at all. Or Nasty Nick, as he was sometimes. Nasty Nick Cotton, as he was sometimes known. Pete Bill was the father of Ian Beale.
Oh, right.
Who was a market stall holder.
Yeah. Yeah.
OK, moving on. Home Thoughts from Abroad is by Rudyard Kipling. You said that was true. To continue onwards, we need this to turn green. Is it true or false? Oh. It's false. I'm afraid.
I was sure about that one too.
No, Robert Browning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go, Robert Browning. Oh, what a shame now. So, Barbara,
Right,
I'm afraid
okay.
you didn't manage to achieve perfection. Can you still achieve perfection at home? Let's continue on through and find out what the rest of the answers were. Rick Wakeman was a member of the band Yes. Is that true or false?
I don't...
It was actually true, oddly enough. And yes, prog rock is actually progressive rock.
Yeah.
It's shortened to prog rock. Agoraphobia is the fear of fur. You said that was true. Is it true or false?
Yeah.
It is true, actually. Benny Hill appeared in the film Alfie. Is that true or false? It is false. Cheryl Cole has been the voice of the speaking clock. Is that true or false? Finally, it's true, actually.
Oh.
She did it for comic relief.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Let's have a look at what you've done there. 1, 2, 3 out of 6. So, you know.
Well, I had a shot at it.
You
so-
did have a shot at it. Unfortunately, the shot missed.
Yeah.
But you did actually get 50-50 on it, which is not bad. At least you're not going home with a board full of
No.
crosses. Usual suspects, good news for you. The prize fund rolls over to the next game, where one of you could be playing for a total of £7,000. Little smug smiles all across the board there. All very happy with that. Barbara, I'm afraid you failed to achieve perfection, which of course means you go home with nothing. But I hope you enjoy playing.
I have had a terrific time.
Especially, ladies and gentlemen, Barbara. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Thank you. It's now time to meet the next usual suspect, hoping to play perfection today. New usual suspect, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Angie. I'm a commercial manager for a football club and I'm from Staines in Middlesex.
This is your first game. Good luck. Best of luck to all of you as we now find out which one of you will be randomly picked to play perfection. Ian, it's you. Congratulations, you've been chosen. Come and play perfection. Ian, welcome down here to play the game. You looking forward to it?
I am, Nick, very much.
And from Bridgend.
That's
Lovely
it.
part of the world, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Pretty good. People don't realise how nice it is in South. They still think of all the coal mines and the Welsh singing, but there's a bit more to Wales than that,
But
actually.
there are groups of sort of men walking around threatening people with close harmonies, aren't there? You can't stop them, can you?
No, you can't,
If 4 or
yeah.
5 together, they break out of close harmony all over the place. Yeah, OK, well, look, Ian, it's now you versus the usual suspects. They were your teammates, they're now your enemies. Here's the good news, as no one has won the past 6 games, the prize fund currently stands at £7,000. So if you go back to Bridgend with £7,000 in your pocket, what are you going to use the money for?
Well, it's my daughter's 10th wedding anniversary this year, and she got married in Vegas. So we'd all like to go back there as a, you know, the first 10 years reunion, as it were.
Oh, that'd be
Take all
nice.
the family. Yeah, yeah.
Big family do over in Vegas.
Yeah, fabulous, yeah.
OK, look, 3 rounds to come and a final. Usual suspects, we're going to switch you off for now, so you can't see or hear anything, but as soon as Ian makes a mistake, you'll be back in the game. Cheerio. And away they go. You ready?
I am, very much so.
Then let's play perfection. Your 45 seconds starts now. Chinese gooseberry is another name for kiwi fruit.
True.
True. The TV detective Columbo works for the LAPD.
False.
False. Traditionally, a costermonger sold fruit and veg.
False.
False. And finally, out damn spots is a line from Macbeth.
Damn spot. I'll say true.
True.
Yeah.
And with plenty of time to spare. You seem very confident.
I think, yeah, I feel quite confident of those.
All right, well, before we reveal exactly how well you've done, it's time to bring back the usual suspects. Don't forget, they'll be able to hear what you say. So, usual suspects, these are the 4 statements, and next to them are Ian's answers. Angie, has he achieved perfection?
No, I don't think he has, Nick. I know Columbo did work for the LAPD.
OK, well, Ian, it's the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many you got correct. Two out of 4. Just not good enough, I'm afraid. You need perfection in this game, and you have not achieved it, letting your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Ian's answers. You need to change 2 of them. Which 2?
So you think B then?
We're agreed on B.
Definitely.
Colombo
with-
did
with
work
the
for the LAPD. Can we change B from false to true, please, Nick?
You can, and one more.
The costermonger, I think they are fruit and veg people. That's my family, so I'm sure we were costermongers years ago.
Yeah, let's go with
Let's
that.
go with that. You-
I'll
So-
make a decision. C from false to true, please.
C from false to true, thus leaving A and D as answered by Ian. Usual suspects, let's find out what the correct answers are. The Chinese gooseberry is another name for kiwi fruit. True or false? It is. True. The TV detective Columbo worked for the LAPD. True or false? It is true. Traditionally, a costermonger sold fruit and veg. Is that true or false?
Yeah.
It is true, so you know where this is going now. Out damn spot is a line from Macbeth. True or false? It is true. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Yeah, it's a line by Lady Macbeth, who's desperately trying to clean her hands. She says, out damn spot. So, Ian, this is your final board appearing. These 6 blank spaces need to be filled with subject categories. Here are your final round categories, ranging from human body through to arts and several in between. Because the usual suspects stole the round from you, they get to choose the 2 categories, hoping to make your final harder to win. Usual suspects, which 2 would you like Ian to play in the final?
I'd say definitely pop stars.
Pop stars goes across.
Shall we be meaning pop music as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pop
Give it a
music
go,
as
pop
well,
music.
please.
Lovely pop
Sorry, Ian.
music. Thank you very much. Well done, usual suspects. You've won the first round. It's time to switch you off, and we'll see you in round 2. And away they go. Ian, with the usual suspects gone, what do you think of their choices?
It depends on the era with both of those, actually.
But
You
the
never
Welsh
know.
like their music, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Like a bit of a sing-song. You ready for the next round?
As ready as I ever will be, I suppose, yeah.
Jolly good. Let's play round 2. Your 45 seconds starts now. The bazooka is a type of Greek musical instrument.
False.
False. The playing area in baseball is called the diamond.
True.
True. The British Empire abolished slavery in the 1600s.
False.
False. And finally, Jacques Cousteau co-invented the aqualung.
True.
True. Again, with half the time left, just pile through it. So you must be pleased with that, I would guess.
I'm pretty pleased with those, yeah.
Before we reveal exactly how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these are the 4 statements, and next to them are Ian's answers. Angie?
I reckon you got it there, because I'm not sure about Jacques Cousteau. I know he dives, but I don't know whether he invented that. You could have it all 4 of them.
The moment of truth, Ian. Let's find out how many are correct. Congratulations, you've achieved perfection. Let's have a look at those answers, shall we? The bazooka is a type of Greek musical instrument. You said false. It is, of course, false. It is a type of weapon. Bazooki is the musical instrument. Playing area in baseball is called the diamond. True or false? Yes, it is. It's the shape made by the bases, is a diamond shape. The British Empire abolished slavery in the 1600s. You said that's false, and it is, of course, false. 1833, as late as 1833 before they abolished it, which I think is extraordinary. And Jacques Cousteau co-invented the aqualung. Absolutely true. So what a great round, Ian. Let's have a look at your final board. You've earned the right to choose the next 2 categories to add to the board. Which 2 do you fancy?
I think American terms.
American terms.
I'll take a shot at politicians.
Politicians goes across. Usual suspects, I'm now going to switch you off and we'll see you in the next round. And away they go. Whilst you're on a roll, should we carry on?
Certainly, yeah.
All right.
Sooner the better.
Let's play round 3. Your 45 seconds starts now. William Pitt the Younger was a Labour politician.
False.
False. New York City is the capital of New York State.
What shall I say on that? False.
False. Charles Dickens published over 40 novels.
True.
True. And finally, 50 Cent's real name is Curtis Jackson.
False.
False. OK, Ian, what do you think?
Well, the last one, I haven't got a clue, to be quite honest. That was a true guess.
Before we reveal how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these are the 4 statements, and next to them are Ian's answers. Mel, this time, has he achieved perfection?
Possibly not, no. I'm not too sure about D, if that's true instead of false. I'm not sure.
Ian, the moment of truth, you need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's see how many are right. Just 2 of the 4, and that means you did not achieve perfection, which is what you needed to stop your enemies, the usual suspects, getting into the game, which is precisely what's happened now. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Ian's answers. You need to change 2 of them, but which 2?
The ones that are right, Pitt the Younger. Labour didn't exist when Pitt the Younger was a politician, so that's definitely false. New York State, New York City, I don't think it...
No,
I think
I don't
New
think
York
he said
State
false.
is actually separate from New York City, so I think he's got that right, false.
Yeah, so it's the bottom
So
two.
it's
The
bottom
bottom
two.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll change the bottom 2, C and D, please, Nick.
So C changes from true to false.
Yeah.
And D changes from false to true.
Yeah.
Leaving A and B as Ian answered. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. William Pitt the Younger was a Labour politician. Is that true or false? It is false. He was, in fact, a Tory. New York City is the capital of New York State. Is that true or false? It is false. Albany is. Catches a lot of people out. Charles Dickens published over 40 novels. True or false? False. Less than 20 he published, interestingly. And you know where this is going now. 50 Cent's real name, or as he's known, 50 Cent, real name, is Curtis Jackson. True or false? Yep, it's true. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Oh dear, Ian, the usual suspects have succeeded where you failed, and they've stolen the round. Let's have a look at the final board. 4 subjects on there at the moment. So what's it going to be? What do you want him to play in the final?
Ian's sport doesn't appear to be Ian's strongest point, so I think we're going to go with British Olympians.
Olympians, yeah.
Yeah,
British Olympians.
British
Yeah.
Olympians goes across, and
Scientific names, that's a bit tough, isn't it? Or arts. Yeah, arts is a bit highbrow.
Arts is a bit varied,
Not that he's not.
Arts, please. Arts, please, Nick.
arts goes across into the final 2. We now know our 6 final categories. They are pop stars, pop music, American terms, politicians, British Olympians, and art. OK, guys, time to switch you off for the final time. And away they go. They said it was a bit highbrow for you, arts.
That's what happens when you're Welsh, you see. They think, you know, just you'll be living in the cave all your life. It's not, if it's not true.
All right, Ed, for £7,000 in the final, you ready?
Yeah, I certainly am, yeah.
It's time to play the final. Ian, this is the all-important final. If you can achieve perfection, you could be leaving with a prize fund of £7,000. If you fail, you'll be leaving with nothing, which is great news for the usual suspects, as one of them could be playing for a roll over here of £8,000 on the next game. Let's play the final round. Ian, here are your final 6 categories. You must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win the £7,000. Think carefully. There's no time limit, but once you've given an answer, your first answer, it's locked in. You ready?
I am.
Let's reveal your first statement. Please tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. Pop stars. Alicia Dixon is a former member of the Sugar Babes.
I'll say true with that.
True. Pop music. Conkers was a UK #1 for Dizzy Rascal.
Oh, dear. I just have to say true. I don't know. True.
True. American terms. Americans call a car's bonnet its fender.
False.
False. Politicians. Shirley Williams is a former Bluebell girl dancer.
I'd have to say that was false.
False. British Olympians. Daley Thompson won his first Olympic gold in 1980.
I'll say that's true.
True.
Yeah.
And finally, arts. Henry Moore was a famous English sculptor.
Absolutely and definitely true.
True. Thank you
Yep.
very much. How do you feel about those?
Well, the first two, I just don't have a clue at all.
First two, the ones that are worrying you the most.
But the rest of them, I'm pretty... and the Daley Thompson one, I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if he won decathlon in 2 Olympics or just one.
All right, well, look, let's bring back the usual suspects to see what they have to say. Usual suspects, you can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Ian's answers. Ian, your answers are locked in. You can't change them by yourself, but if you think you've made a mistake, you can unlock them with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. Remember, all of you, you can't refer to any of the statements specifically. Ian, who would you like to hear from first?
My old pal, Anthony.
Hello, Ian.
Hello there, Anthony.
I can see you've definitely got 2 wrong. Definitely got 2 wrong. I might be open to a deal.
Ooh.
Do you want to hear from anyone else, or do you want to see
No,
how
I'll go
big
through
a
it.
deal?
I'll see Angie. What do you think, Angie?
I'm declaring myself out because there's one I'm not sure about.
Okay. Can I have a word with Mel then?
Hiya, Ian.
Hello.
Yeah, I know you've got 2 wrong, but the other 4 are a bit ropey for me, so I'm not going to come and help you. I'm sorry.
So you are left with Anthony. The question is here, how much do you want to give him if you do want to bring him down?
So what figure are we talking about then?
Well, we're on 7,000 at the moment, yeah?
Yes.
OK? Bear in mind, you're a lovely bloke and everything, but I'm going to be quite hard-faced about this. You're going home with nothing without my help, OK? So I want £5,000. You go home with £2,000.
I think this has got to be a bit fairer than that, to be honest. I'm willing to split it with you. 3,500 each.
No. 4,500.
No, I think, you know...
OK. You're going home with £2,500 or nothing. I'm going to be hard on this, Ian.
I can see that, yeah.
Come on, Ian.
Well, there's only one thing I've got to say, Anthony.
Go
right?
on.
I'll go for the 2.5, but you better be right.
Good man.
That's all I can say.
Good man.
OK, well, negotiations appear to have come to a conclusion. I'm
Very
not necessarily
academia.
sure a happy conclusion. Nonetheless, Anthony, for £4,500 of the £7,000 on offer, please come down and join us. OK, Ian, you've asked Anthony for help. You achieve perfection, it will cost you £4,500 of your potential prize fund of £7,000. Anthony, you've now forfeited your chance to play in the next game. This is your only shot at winning perfection. Have you made the right decision? We're about to find out. Here are the final round statements. All 6 answers are now unlocked. Anthony, which answers do you want Ian to change?
OK, answer A, Alicia Dixon was a former member of Mystique, not the Sugar Babes. And answer B, it's not conkers, it's bonkers.
Well, what about Daley Thompson then?
Yeah, definitely won his first Olympic gold in 1980.
Absolutely positive.
In Moscow. Yeah.
So it looks like you won £4,500 then.
Well, don't be hasty.
It does still come down to you. You have to make the decision. So what do you want to change?
A, from true to false.
Yeah, A from true to false and B from...
True to false.
True to false.
OK, A changes from true to false. B changes from true to false. C, D, E and F all remain the same.
All remain
the same.
All remain the same, yeah.
OK, there they go. Your answers are now locked in. £7,000 at stake. Let's find out if you achieve perfection. We usually start at the top, but obviously, because Anthony's come down to help you out there, I think probably it'd be a good idea to leave A and B and come back to them, because they're going to be pretty much the deciders, aren't they? So let's start with C. Americans call a car's bonnet its fender. Is it true or false? It is false. called the hood. A fender is pretty much what we call a bumper on a car. All right, so Shirley Williams is a former Bluebell Girl dancer. Is it true or false? It is false. So a third of the way there, and then we move on to E, Daley Thompson. There was a little bit of discussion about this one too, wasn't there? Let's leave that one till a bit later as well. And move on to F. Henry Moore was a famous English sculptor. We need this to turn green to get you halfway towards the money. Is it true or false? Of course it is true. So, let's go back up to the top. Now, this is where it really matters. Because, Ian, you said you'd better be right. When Anthony came down to join you. Alicia Dixon is a former member of the Sugar Babes. True or false? It is false. Anthony was absolutely spot on when he said she was a member of Mystique. So, we come to the second one. If this turns red, you're only one away from the £7,000. If it turns green, you're leaving here with nothing. So, Conkers was a UK #1 for Dizzy Rascal. Is that true or false? It's false. The track was actually Bonkers. So now we come down to the one that you only had a brief discussion about. You said you weren't sure about it, Ian. If it turns green, you've won between you £7,000, £2,500 to Ian. £4,500 to Anthony. If this turns red, you're both going home with nothing. So, Daley Thompson won his first Olympic gold in 1980. Is that true or false? It's true. Well done, you have achieved perfection. You've got all 6 answers right and you are going home with the cash. That's fantastic news. All right, I'm interested to know then, Anthony. What are you going to use the money for?
First and foremost, we want to take... we've got a 5-year-old boy and we want to take him to Disney. The second thing is my wife's engagement ring. I'd like to try and replace that because there's a couple of stones missing from it and it's almost impossible to get it fixed.
That's really nice. Yeah. OK, well, the prize fund has been won, so we reset the total back to £1,000 in our next game. But that's what one of you had the chance to play for. Look, they're chatting away here in the background. What are you chatting about now?
we just done a loving, you know.
Is that right? Tell you what, would have been much of a loving if you got one wrong, wouldn't it?
You understand me for dust.
Congratulations, Ian and Anthony. You've achieved perfection. You've won £2,500, £4,500. You're going away between you with £7,000. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, that's all we have time for. Please join us next time when our usual suspects have the chance to play again, this time for £1,000. But remember, on this show, as we've seen, we do pay for perfection. Goodbye.
Making way for Wimbledon from Monday, perfection is back in 2 weeks. Would Kirsty Young really name 5 chickens after her favourite newsreaders? Would I Lie to You is on the way at 8:30 tonight here on BBC One Wales.